Hello indie game fans, here are the updates and releases I missed in May, with a notable number of games releasing out of early access. But first, let's begin with Dreadhunter Act 2, an update to a twin-stick shooter action RPG that has Diablo vibes, with this doubling the size of the game as compared to the early access launch version. That means new missions, items, enemies, environments, bosses and more, along with a major rework of combat and skill trees, also adding in new systems like the ability to mod stuff, a marketplace and a stash, all based on player feedback, which is always great to see from a developer. The Vampire Survivor style bullet heaven roguelite Artifact Seeker had a decent launch in March, where they released the last Paladin free DLC, which of course adds a new character, but also a new Wheel of Stars talent tree system that looks to be Path of Achra inspired but on a much smaller scale. But if you already own the game, do note that you need to add this separate item to your Steam library in order to unlock the new character. The Best Indie Games Summer Showcase returns tomorrow, 8 AM Pacific, so set your alarms, click that notification bell, and I'll see you in chat during the event. Here's an absolutely adorable multiplayer party game named Feather Party, in which you and your friends play as chicks and attempt to be the winner in a variety of mini-games. In many ways, this is a throwback since it's about having fun for up to 8 players, preferably in the same room, with some of the games here having been co-opted into titles like Fall Guys and Fortnite, but this is no Battle Royale, so get it for your next party. This next title is quite the curiosity since Path of Achra released out of early access and has almost doubled the number of Steam reviews in a very short time, being a classically designed turn-based roguelike title in a dark fantasy world, complete with the old school graphics. So if you prefer games like Rogue or Brogue as compared to modern roguelites, this is one to get.
He's the best darn janitor at Howlin' Hugs. But Kyle has a secret. And he still has a job to do.
There has been a recent surge in popularity of the WereCleaner, a comedy stealth adventure game which I believe is a student project, being similar in concept to a game like Serial Cleaner, but where you can eat your co-workers and clean up the mess, being a great title especially for free.
Above all, don't get caught.
The 1.0 release of Dream Engine's Nomad Cities sort of came and went without much fanfare, and was a game which, at the time, I thought had potential, combining the survival RTS aspect of They Are Billions with the automation aspect of Factorial, and to be fair, it's good, but didn't manage to get the same amount of attention, and it looks like the developers didn't even bother to make a 1.0 launch trailer, so make of that what you will. Here's an adorable looking free game that is worth a play in Cookard, a card-based time management game in which you are stacking cards and managing timers like in Stacklands, so for free, why not give this a go? A very weird game is You Are Peter Shots, primarily due to the design of the characters, which is par for the course for this developer, with this being an 8-bit Metroidvania title that looks to have interesting ideas, so try it for an unconventional experience. Of the surprise releases on this list, the one that came out of absolutely nowhere is Arctic Eggs, a cooking game set in Antarctica in which you play as a poultry peddler selling illegal eggs to those who are hungry, certainly being unique, and definitely look up some YouTube videos to get a better idea of what this is. A game which I've had my eye on did a surprise release as well, which is not good for visibility, but since that's how the cards fell, perhaps I can help with showing off Master Key. This is a 1-bit black and white Zelda-style action-adventure game in which you play as a fox, using the Master Key to unlock all sorts of doors in the world to explore, and while simple looking, there's fun to be had in this game. Watch this video for more Zelda-style action-adventure games.